Now, I know no workplace can be perfect, but there's no need for something that simple to create low morale. If the employee did not receive the supplies, surely productivity was impacted. So, if there was a 5 minute delay, and when the employee got the supplies, that's a 5 minute difference between getting started and generating ideas and getting it completed. So productivity was halted, and especially in a world where deadlines are a must and is a big part of the position, and that's in every position. It doesn't have to be anything big in the corporate world. You talk about it in any realm of any workplace, deadlines are important and time is crucial to those deadlines. And so 5 minutes is 5 minutes that are important to the person who needs to meet that deadline. So by not receiving those supplies, it could have delayed those 5 minutes. And 5 minutes, again, that were not utilized effectively and properly. So if the employee, if the employee set out to buy supplies, the deterioration of the morale continues along with the evidence of being undervalued. So this one, I wrote this note down because the employee actually went out and bought the supplies, because in talking to him, he said, well, there was no other option. I was not given the green light that I could buy it on the company, what's called, purchase order. I needed to get this assignment completed. So rather than have the excuse, well, I didn't have supplies, he went up. He took it upon himself, went out to the store, bought what he needed, didn't complain, and got the job done. Because at the end of the day, the way he explained was the work needs to be done, and excuses can be made, but he wasn't going to allow this situation to dictate whether or not he would be able to complete the task. So he went out and got himself the supplies, and no one ever asked if who bought the supplies. He spent his own dollars, he spent his own money, and the way he describes it is, the money that he spent in buying supplies, he wasn't able to purchase some items for his family. And no one ever bothered to take that into consideration. And so he felt undervalued, that this had to happen to him. So, again, one situation creates another situation that develops into a bigger impact, and it even trickles into sometimes into the home life of the person who's responsible for the assignment, the position, and the task. So, a leader. Okay, so I want to read this to y'all. This is just a thought that came across my mind, and I wrote it down. A leader is in a position to help build and support employees. If the leader has limited emotional intelligence, then it will quickly create cracks and gaps in the workplace. And so that is a quick summary of exactly what we've been discussing here. As a leader, you hold a big responsibility. You hold the responsibility of being able to work with multiple personalities, to be able to groom individuals who are aspiring to maybe take on more responsibility. And even if they're not, I don't remember who wrote this. I just know I read it, and it's not verbatim, but the idea is this, that a good leader, a good manager will always work on developing their employees to be great leaders, but treat them so well that they will not leave the company. And so, again, I go back to this. If you are a great leader, then you are going to develop your people to be just as great as you, not because they want to leave, but because that is the responsibility of a leader, is to create that self-sustained individual that can produce results at high quality with low amount of guidance. And so when you get an employee that doesn't have those abilities, that doesn't have that capability, then again, it's that leader's responsibility to go back and provide that training and provide that development and provide that guidance and be that individual who motivates them to get to that level. So with that being said, this entire situation of the eye rolling is one in which I would like for all of us to learn that we never know what's going on in the mind in every situation. This is just a quick snapshot of what happened in one particular situation. We don't know the high stress level that the supervisor was undergoing. And at the same time, we don't know all the other details. But what we do know is the supervisor is in a role that always requires for a mind to be strong, and that mind needs to be able to control a lot of moving parts. And it looks like here that if the leadership was having a bad day, then it's their responsibility, and it's the expectation that they be able to handle that part of themselves and come back and be recomposed and not spread and expect others to absorb it and be an okay situation. But rather, the leader's responsibility is to go manage it, take care of it, come back and be that role model of what the employee should be aspiring to act as. Because if the employee were to roll their eyes at anyone above them, of course, that would be frowned upon. And there would be no forgiving the employee because, how dare the employee behave in that fashion? So we set the expectation for leadership to always be that step above the bigger person. And I go back to this. If you can't handle that, then it's a position that you need to think about how to improve those qualities and those characteristics. Because other people are looking and other people are affected. And it goes as far as not just in the workplace, but in this case, even into the home lives of individuals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really, really am excited to embark on this journey with you all. I'm really excited to be talking about these things with you all. I would really hope that you all provide me some feedback and that you all would be able to reach out to me here. And I hope to hear from you soon. And thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time, or you all will hear from me next time.